Hi, Adam Savage here in my cave, and as you see on the title, yes, I'm modifying my drill press once more. That's my drill press. I know it's hard to see. It is one of the most used tools in this building, and I'm always trying to think of ways to make using it more efficient. And right now, you know that I love everything on wheels here in the cave. And I found on Craigslist that is a rolling base for my drill press. It takes a 3-inch column, which is what my drill press has. Yeah, seriously. So I'm gonna put a rolling base on my drill press, and at the same time, I'm gonna put back on the original drill press table. I had purchased a different one, a more industrial one, and I don't love it, to be fair. And I find actually moving it up and down a little more of a pain in the butt. Its tightening aspect is not as rigid as I would want it to be. So I'm going to go back from it, back to this one. And I may make a couple of other modifications while we're at it. Yeah. Sky's the limit. Here we go. First up, I have to bring the... Yeah. There's a few things to do first up. Here we go. First up, there's a question of how this thing mounts onto my drill. And I just want to get to know it. This whole thing itself weighs like 250 pounds. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's try and get this thing up. Will that work? Yeah, well. I don't want to tip it all the way upside down because I don't think I'll get it back over again. Great locking wheels. They all spin nicely. They're all in good shape. Everything's nice and tight. Bearings are in good shape. Oh no, they're all just a tiny bit loose. All right, great. I can work on those a little bit. But the real question is, no, it has to be that one. Okay. All right. I think that what I'm going to try and do is a very interesting one. I'm going to use this piece of all thread as a set screw. I'm going to come in through here, come all the way to the middle, and I'm only going to tap it back here. This will be a through hole, and then I'll just put wrench flats on these, so I can use a socket. Yeah, that's the goal. All right. Okay, so I have successfully drilled a hole from here all the way through into the center. And now turns out I can't believe I had these. I had extensions for my tap wrench. So what we're gonna do is drill this out to a 1/2 inch. Go. All right. All right. I'm here to sing the praises of tap wrench extensions Make sure you have at least 2 for every one of your tap wrench square sizes, because that's what saved my ass. There we go. Oh. Another thing that every maker should have in their shop is a 36-inch length of all thread. That is rod that is threaded from one end to the other. You really should have that in at least 1/4 inch, 3/16, 1/2 inch. But like I've got them going all the way down to 0.80. Yeah, those things can save your butt from a mechanical standpoint. All right, so that's the second longest set screw I've ever made. So I'm about to mill a flat on this so I can put a wrench on it, and then ready to maybe install. I'm going to put a hex on the end of this, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. First up, oh, I see the issue. Right. That was always going to be the issue. Why, hello there. This is a 5C hex collet block, and it is phenomenal for doing stuff just like this. All right, and here we go. Hey, come on, focus. There you go. Look at this. Doop. Nice tight fit on a 9mm there. I love it. That's my set screw.
Time for assembly.
Putting the set screw in. This is seriously the longest set screw I've ever made. I love it. There we go. Excellent. Nice positive. So I want to point out that I've done a couple things not perfectly ideal here. In one of the less than ideal things is that I'm not coming in perfectly through the center of the column shaft. I'm a little bit off. That's just the vagaries of trying to drill such a long hole, and that I was impatient. Mechanically, it shouldn't matter that much. It's just to keep this from spinning, so I'm not too worried about it having the strength to hold it. Secondly, those aren't the ideal threads. They are, I had to use a tap drill that was a little bit bigger than it should have been, but again, this is going through like 3/4 of an inch of cast iron. I feel like a slightly looser tolerance on the threads will be fine. Now I'm thinking about getting the drill press over here, getting it up on that thing. It's going to be a thing, isn't it? I somehow not loosen it on its stalk before doing this?
I did. So we gotta get back up.
All right. There you go. Ah,
That happens. Oh.
woo-wee. If anybody needs a 3-inch stock base for a Powermatic drill press, you can come get it. I know that may mean a road trip to somebody. I'm willing to accept that. All right. Let's see. That comes off. This comes off. It's there. Here. The real trick to doing stuff like this is to do it in increments where the strength you need is limited to a thing at a time. All right. You are back in play. Now the question is, yeah, you were back in play. Really specifically 2 small pieces of brass is what it is, and I'm going to make them and put them back in. So it is a just needs to be what these are 2 little, these are the brass ends that when I tighten this collar around, these brass ends live in here, there, and they keep these set screws from marring up my post there. That's all. So now, the question is, how do I get you back up? How indeed. So now the question is, how do I cinch it up? We're seated. Amazing. All right. Let's tighten it up. All right. I didn't forget anything, did I? I was looking for a moment it was going to get away from me. And the most dangerous moment was once I have it here, I've got such a strong foundation, I believed that I could keep it from sliding. It's the transition from here to here that I was most nervous about. And so as I was doing it, I'm looking for it's going to move it all so I can bring it back down. And lo, I just found I was able to get it up over the hump. And I didn't overextend any of this old machine, which is good. I'm sweaty, but I mean, there's no overstrain given my strength profile. Woo! Hello, baby. It's good to see you. All right. Deal with you later. And it's done. I know. I seem to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on this drill press. And it seems like that because that's actually the case. It's a process. I'm super pleased with finding this 3-inch column base that is so solid. The drill press is just as solid as it was before, and now it can move. And this pleases me. Thank you guys for joining me for this one day small tool mod, and I will see you next time. Cheers. Thanks, guys.